All right, hey everybody, back with another news feed here for you. Don't forget I post videos every single day, and also if you see me in the same shirt a lot, I've had a couple people ask me about this, but gray is what works best with my green screen for some reason. It makes it easier for me to edit everything out on, and I only have a couple gray shirts, so this one kind of stays folded up, and I will put it on when I got to make a video, and I take it back off and wash it once a week. So if you see this shirt over and over again, that's why. It works pretty good for me until I get some more gray shirts. Toyota's new 2-liter turbo, rumored to pack nearly 600 horsepower. This is pretty impressive. These are the ones that is collaboration between Toyota, Subaru, and Mazda. Okay, they're coming together, and these are these ICE engines, this 1.5 and this 2-liter that they're making, and that they are planning to be the Keep ICE Alive gas motors here, and it's a fantastic thing that they're doing. We've talked about this in other ones, but they are rolling with this thing, but they're talking about the potential that 395 horsepower out of the 2-liter turbo for the consumer world and up to 592 in race form for the cars, for the race cars kind of thing. Very impressive, and these are coming out pretty quick, but you can look at these simple, reliable, proven. I love what they're doing. Cheap to make, yet durable. I like what they have going on here. We're going to start seeing these motors coming out next year, but there's a tremendous amount of potential for these and what they can do with them in all the different formats they can fit these into, and not just in Toyota. Okay, this will be these motors are going to end up in Toyotas, Subarus, and Mazdas, and I love it. And I love the dedication of all three of these brands to help keep ICE engines alive. They even say on here too, Toyota specifically stated that the new turbocharged 2-liter engine will surpass the current 2.4-liter unit in power while being smaller in size, more fuel efficient. As anticipated, the 2-liter engine will meet stringent emission regulations across various global markets. Additionally, its compatibility with carbon neutral fuels, okay, meaning they can run other fuel systems in here, suggests it could remain viable even after a potential ban on traditional gas and diesel powertrains. Okay, this is smart thinking. This is what Toyota does. They plan for the future. They're like government. They play the long game, and they're doing it here. And there's a lot of potential in these. Very good things. Moving on from there, we have this one right here. Ford Maverick-based small van will debut in 2025, okay? And that's kind of cool. Basically, they talked about some other things. I got other parts of this that we're talking about later on, like the fact that Ford Mustang variants will include a sedan and an off-road model as well, too. They got some cool things coming out. Ford's got some things in the pipeline. But one of them is this. It is a small Maverick size, okay, right here. A physical prototype of this Ford Maverick-based van was actually pushed on stage, after which the automaker informed dealers that it was slated to debut in as early as 2025. Ford Motor Company didn't share the timing in terms of production or even what the mysterious van might be called, but it did note that it's slated to replace the Transit Connect that was discontinued in 2023 for America. The Transit Connect, like you see here, is still here. It's still available right now if you want to buy some. There's still new 2023s available. But this van just kind of fit in a weird middle place where it wasn't quite good enough to hold enough weight and do enough things that a lot of companies needed. And it was just either not small enough or not big enough. And it was in a weird place and not as huge of a seller as many people anticipated. But they are thinking of taking a Maverick and making it into a small one. And then they still got the full-size Transit. So I like this move. I'll be interested to see what that looks like. It's going to be a great thing for a lot of people like car detailers and pressure washers and home maintenance and electricians and little, these contractors like that. This thing will probably be very, very handy. Computer repair, things of that nature. So that's kind of exciting news. Now, the main one we want to cover right here. Now, this is not just an article that we're going to put out about somebody modifying a Gladiator. You want to read it. You want to hear this. This is pretty interesting, okay? Let me put it in perspective right off the bat before we even dive into it. A Jeep 392 Final Edition, Wrangler Jeep 392 with the Hemi engine in it, is $100,000 and probably $110 with markup, $120 with markup. It's final edition, okay? And you cannot get that way in a Gladiator. You cannot get a Gladiator that way. But even if you could, Gladiator would be $120,000 to come as a 392 from Jeep, and it would be basically everything else would be basically standard. This is much affordable and way more, and it gives you there's some things here that are worth thinking about. If you're a diehard Gladiator or even Wrangler person, this company is doing this right and they're doing it affordable. What we're seeing here is $139,000. They make many different variations. This is a 505, stands for 505 horsepower plan, or that 500 horsepower package. But this is not just dropping a Hemi in here. They got so much more working on it. So this company, AMW, okay, we're going to look at it. I think it's American Motor Works, I think it is. Right? Is that what it is? America's Most Wanted, 4x4. Okay, they're in Holly, Michigan. They are building these things, okay, and they are doing all kinds. We'll take a look at it. But this is some of the stuff that they're putting in here, okay? You're getting a 6.4 Hemi, just like the 392 is. Okay, so you get that. You're getting that in there. You're getting the axles. This one here has the standard Dana 44s. You can get ARB airlocks, Hemi Tune long arm suspension package. Brake and steering is going to be 3-piston big brake package. Steering gearbox with cylinder assist, premium leather seats, AMW banded shift coins, gauge clusters. They got a lot to this thing, and it gets much better. They got a lot of other ones too, which we'll show you. But take a look at this thing. Okay, I mean, we are talking decked out. These are 37s. I'm betting these are 37s that are on here. The lift is done well. Everything is done prime. Okay, this is put together very well, and it is a very good rig and very capable for a very decent price of $138,000. Okay, and I'm going to show you some of their other ones too. But in this one here, actually, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, right here. This one here that we're actually seeing, it has 8 lug. Okay, so it's not. So they're talking about some of the basics of the 505 package. But this one for $139,000 even upgrades to you're going to 8 lug 60 Dana 60 axles, or 8 lug full crate axles with ARB air lockers, 60s in the front and 80 spline on the rear. Stainless steel braided brake lines, long travel drive lines, 8 piston brake calipers front and rear to stop those massive tires. And the power that this thing has, Hemi Tune dual rate coil springs, Falcon piggyback 3.3 fast adjustable shocks, adjustable long control arms, heavy duty sway bar, 17-inch wheels. I'm figuring those are 37s or 40s that are on this. I mean, this thing is a beast. And again, $138,000 to have this built that way. Jeep cannot match this. Jeep, you cannot. If Jeep offered a Gladiator 392 for $120,000 and said, hey, do you want to buy, if I had a choice between buying that and buying this, I'm taking this AMW all day long for 20 grand more. All day, without question, without fail, over a factory Jeep 392. No offense to Jeep, but their prices on the 392 are stupid, crazy high. This company's giving you a lot for the money. So let's see what they are here. So here it is right here, okay? American Muscle meets American Iron. This is America's Most Wanted. They are right here. Like I said, they're in Holly, Michigan. I used to live right by there. Let's take a look at some of their vehicles they got in inventory. We go over here. You can see they got all these different packages. They are based on horsepower. Okay, like this is an 840. Okay, here's a Wrangler, and this is a Demon AMD. This is an 840 package. It's got 840 horsepower Demon motor in it. Okay, 189,000. Okay, so, and again, you can see 707. It's got a 707 Hellcat motor. This 840 is a Demon Hellcat. You can see the differences that they're doing based on the prices. But when we get into the Gladiators, this is an 840 horsepower Demon. So you see they call it an 840 package. When you start looking at some of their smaller packages, like right here, here's one right here. Here's the one, the 392 Hemi 505 package right here. Look at this thing, $139,000. I mean, that's the same one I think we were just looking at. But you can see what they're building here. $149,000. Look at this beast here. And that has got a 707 horsepower Hellcat motor in this thing. It's got 60, 80, 8-lug axles in this thing. I mean, this is a beast on every kind of level. And these prices compared to, let's put it this way. You couldn't go buy a 392 and put this much work into it and have it cost you much cheaper. Okay, look at this, $165,000. Okay, 60/80 axles. You got the 40-inch tires. You got the wheels. You got the whole suspension setup. Everything done in this 700 horsepower Hellcat. I mean, look at this. I mean, these are incredible. You know, here's all the specs on here. Winch included, and it's a Zion winch. You got the whole, everything is top shelf on every kind of level. Look at this beast. Okay, I mean, that is just insane I mean, that is just, that is crazy and how affordable it is. So if you're looking for as good as it gets in a Gladiator and you don't want to build it yourself, these prices are not that unreal in today's world. So let me know what you think. I know a lot of people go, I'd never pay for that. I get it, but understand that these are purpose-built machines and they're amazing. And yes, they're big boy play toys for sure, and they're a lot of money, but when you do the math versus what Jeep would charge for a 392 Gladiator that everybody wishes they come out with, and me too, always said, I'd love a 392 Gladiator, that would be amazing, I'd probably buy one. Well, now that I see this for a few grand more, I'd probably buy this instead, personally. What do you think? Let me know. Thanks.